Hello, mate. Good to see you again.
Oh, cheers. Yes.
Welcome to another Whiskey Wednesdays with Evan and Thad, where we have great conversations with good people, and any good conversation worth having is worth having drunk. Um, yeah, man, let's dive into it. I know neither of us really feel like doing this right now, but we're doing it anyways because that's what you do when you run a business. You don't always feel like it, and sometimes you just got to dive in and get it done anyways and hate the shit fast.
That's exactly it. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Maybe he's a wise man. I don't know. Once said success is simple as doing the things that you don't want to do. Whether the man himself was we won't go there. Can we restart? No, we will not restart. There's no edits. In fact, the gentleman that I'm referencing has taught a lot, to both of us, and a lot of individuals. It's just sometimes, it's like, people don't necessarily agree with us. We're not your cup of tea. So, hey, whatever,
Yep.
away you go. But really, the essence of it is success is simple as doing the things that you don't want to do. Like this one, we don't really feel like doing it, but we're gonna bang it out and do it anyways. I think the only positive right now is we get a drink of whiskey. So hey,
Absolutely.
let's. No, big reason that I don't want to do it. I know normally we jump into the random questions right off the hop, but I've been procrastinating a lot of things the last 2 days, and my plan today list is getting large, and it's all coming to a head. And I'm like, man, I got a lot to do because again I've been procrastinating. So that's part of my reason. But
Well, and you know what they say about procrastination.
no, what do they say?
Well, it's like masturbation. It sounds great in the time, but in the end, you're just screwing yourself.
uh, but no, I won't go there. I was gonna say masturbation's fun.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's not talk about masturbation. So,
Random
question,
question.
random question. How do you relax after a hard day of work?
Hmm.
How do you relax after a hard day of work?
The thing that like instantly calms me is my wife. Because usually I'm like working and then I'll go pick up the kids from school. And so that's like another thing that's just like, oh my God. And then finally getting home and seeing her and she's happy and she's in a good mood because the kids weren't at home all day. And then just a great big hug and like instantly all of everything just goes away. So that's, yeah, she's my thing.
Nice. That's always a good thing to have, the rock in the relationship. And,
Hmm.
you talked about like the going home and the bracing and the hug. I can't remember the term for it. I don't know. There's a specific term, but it's how you leave the day and how you come back to each other at the end of the workday, and having that sort
Hmm.
of embrace, sending each other off, welcoming each other back can be a big thing. And with I think with the Zoom component, people are working from home. That part gets missed and it lacks in the day. And
Totally.
that could be something so simple as a big embrace, a big hug, and then let it linger. Let the hug
Mm.
linger or the kiss linger. I know sometimes we'll do that, and I'll just go up and I'll kiss Ashley, and I will just stand there with my lips on her mouth, on her lips, and just like sitting there, and for like 10 seconds, and after I'm like, I was letting it linger. uh, Anyways,
Romantic and love
yes,
advice from
love advice from
Thaddeus.
Thad.
There's a whole nother show right there.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, we could probably get pretty deep on some of that stuff, but not our
Very
topic,
deep.
not our
Nope.
specialty. So, all right,
All
hit me. What
right.
you got?
Well,
What you
on
got?
the topic of love, what cheesy song do you really love?
What cheesy song do I really love? Oh man. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I really love it, but it came on. We were at the lake on the boat, and oh, you're frozen with your eyes closed. It was like a perfect moment for this. But it was Aqua's Barbie Girl. These guys are
Oh
blasting
no.
it on their boat, absolutely blasting it, and they're having a dance party on their boat,
Oh
like a whole bunch of
God.
other boats together as well. And so the song came on, it was blasting, and what did I do? I started singing the thing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Uh, I mean, it's a throwback to my youth, but I don't necessarily know if I really love it, but it's something that comes to mind. I was just trying to think. I'm like, I got 2,000 songs on my playlist on Spotify. I'm like, I don't. I'm sure there's some other ones in there too that come up, and it's like I don't know. So, um,
That's awesome.
what was the actual question? What is the cheesiest?
Oh, here you go.
I
In
just
chat.
pasted in the chat. Perfect. There we go. I'll
It's already
copy and
done.
paste that. So let's talk a little bit about the agency roundup, agency win, agency learning experience, etc. Over the
Yeah.
last week.
Well, what's been interesting through my outreach, at least personally, to HVAC owners is the niche that we've really narrowed in on and been targeting and trying to help. Um, has been reaching out, and a lot of these conversations are starting with brand new business owners, which has been really interesting because that's a completely different dynamic than the ones that we're working with. We're generally not working very much with brand new business owners just because their marketing budget is not there and they need work right now. So they're out doing whatever work they can find, and eventually they'll come calling. And so I'm just looking for ways to add value to them. And so some of the other discussions I've been having, I started asking them, like, what nugget would you give to someone that's just starting their business right out of the gate? They've been in the industry, but now just starting their business. And then I've been sharing those nuggets with them. So trying to become more of a resource, and just looking for ways to add value to the industry, value to new business owners, and then just trying to get them off on the right start. Like, I know we've got one client right now that built their website through a platform that is overcharging them out the ass. And it's, you see it all the time. And I mean, as a business owner, you don't know what you don't know. And so you get into it thinking that it's going to be great and you're going to utilize all the services that you can within this platform, but then it doesn't work out that way. And now you're overpaying for what you needed in the first place. So that was the other piece of feedback that I had for a lot of them, was like, just get started with the basics, like build a simple website, use, Squarespace or something like that that's free or cheap, but get good hosting, set your page speeds a little bit faster, and it's drag and drop and easy to use, and just stick to one page. Just get something up there because you need that longevity of a website in order to really build brand. So those were some of the conversations that I had. It's been fun, been fulfilling to try and help out those newbies and get them going. So
Yeah,
yeah, what
100%.
about
It's
for you,
actually
my friend?
well, I've had similar conversations with people as well. I'm like, hey, do you have a website? They're like, no, just a Facebook page. I'm like, okay, well, step number one is
Mm,
get a website. And I was
yep.
actually talking with somebody today over with a potential referral partnership in terms of what we do and what he does. They're different things. I mean, he handles a lot of kind of the business coaching component of things, the mindset, the finances, et cetera. But one of the things he doesn't do is marketing. And
Mm,
so he wants to find a good marketing company to be able to leverage and utilize. And that was one of the things I told him, like, if there's a brand new company, you don't need a fancy $5,000, $10,000 massive website if you're just brand new, if you're just starting out, because the website really is going to be for your referrals and your family and friends to go check
that's
out
it.
to make sure that you're legit, off there. And as you build up, the 6 to 9 months in after having the website, that's when you can start to tweak and optimize and do some SEO behind that. So we're not going to charge and do something for somebody that they don't need.
Yep.
And that's a big thing. On
Well, and
that.
especially when they've got more time than money,
Yes.
for them to invest money into it when they've got an abundance of time, spend an hour on YouTube learning how to do it and then go do it.
Yep. Or hire
It's
us
not
to
like
build a
you're,
one-page website.
yeah.
It's not that expensive. So,
It isn't, but
no.
still, again, they've got more time than money in a lot of cases. So do that. If you're busy on jobs and you can't do that, then of course, absolutely hire
Yes.
us and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, I think my hires will take care of it. I think my big thing over the last week, is don't fucking procrastinate. Like,
Mhm.
but hey, you know what? That's human nature. I mean, we obviously procrastinate. One of the big things that I've been trying to work on is, how do I turn my brain off at 3 a.m. when it
Mhm.
wakes me up, and then I'm like, bing, and you start thinking about, like, I've had some great website ideas at 3 a.m. because I'm dreaming about a website, and then I wake up and I start thinking about a website. It's like, man, how
Right.
do I how do I eliminate, part of that from happening? And so, two of the things that I'm really trying to work on, one is plan tomorrow today.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
this is directly from our coach, and I've always had this concept, but now I'm really actually really working on it, because it came from one of the calls that we had. One of the guys like, I'm always tired. He's like, I'm not sleeping well. I was like, well, and then we're thinking about the business. Well, so if you plan tomorrow today, so at the end of every day, I'm taking 15-20 minutes to just sit and think about the business, think about where we're at with our jobs, think about where we need to move, and then putting things down on what I actually need to do tomorrow. And that's
Mhm.
when we're chatting earlier. What I've been procrastinating is I have a list on my board, plan tomorrow today, and I've got, well, I canceled one of them off. So now I have 6 things on there, and, 3 of them are start as important. And so that's where my focus and my attention goes to in the morning, is having, and then throughout the day, to be able to bang those off. But the other one is to do a brain dump, where I sit there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 2 hours, whatever it takes, and just think and write down everything that's in the business and everything that we need to do or want to do, and then putting that on paper somewhere, and then coming back and being able to re-reference that, because then it comes off of the brain, and hopefully the goal is to be able to not think about that shit at 3 a.m. Because it's, how do you turn the owner part off, right? One of
Right.
the groups that I'm in was, I asked, what's the your least favorite part about the business? And one of the people said, they said the same thing. How do I turn my owner brain off? That's what I'm struggling with. And so, insert conversation about that. So that's been kind of one. I mean, that's kind of on the personal, side of things. But the agency is test everything, split test everything. And sometimes if you test something, guess what? It's not going to work.
Mhm.
It could flop. I had that, at the beginning of this week. I tested them, and again, the results necessarily aren't in, fully, but I tested something and split tested it, and not as good as I thought it was going to be. So go back to the drawing board, and away we go.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, one of the advantages of hiring an agency like ourselves, or any other professional in marketing, you'd hope, is that they can shortcut those flops, right? Because more often than not, when we've run into clients that are running their own Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever campaign they're doing, they put it out there and they put so much effort into that one thing, and then they just expect it to perform because they imagined it working. We do the same thing, but we're still going to do 2 at a time because we want to see which one's going to work better. And then even once we do that, we're like, well, where are the inefficiencies there? And then we dive back through all the numbers of, from the ad performance and making sure that it's getting shown enough, to the click-throughs and making sure that that's happening as efficiently as possible, to making sure the ad copy is working, the photos working. All of it has to work synergistically. Then you get to the landing page, and then from there, how much of it is working. So uh, not many people have the time to do that,
No,
and
not as
that's where
business
having
owners.
someone on, either on your staff or hiring it out, bringing someone in that's going to look at those numbers on a daily basis so that you can maximize your efficiency. Because at the end of the day, just because you think it's going to work doesn't mean it will.
100%. Well, and that's the thing when you're looking at the numbers. Like I have it set up, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm looking at all of our ads that we're running across all of on the Facebook platform, and any other platform for that matter, and saying, okay, well, where is the drop off? Where is
Yep.
the drop off? Where's the drop off? Where's the drop off? Where's the drop off? And you know what? Through that whole entire analysis, you could look at and say there's actually zero drop off.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually continuing to perform the whole time, but eventually there's going to be some form of a drop off. So what are you going to do when it does, and what part of it do you need to tweak when it does? And if you don't know those things, I mean, you're a great practitioner of your business, so why try to learn something completely new that's irrelevant, or not irrelevant to your business, because marketing is relevant to your business, but irrelevant to your skill set as a
Yep.
business owner? It's like bookkeeping and accounting. Are you going to do your own accounting yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, because
Hell no.
the accountant is the specialist, and they're going to know those things. In fact, I was chatting with our accountant about something the other day, and he's just like, yeah, there's this, this, and this. I'm like, didn't even know that was a thing, man. That's why we pay you money, because you're going to be able to find and handle those things for us in advance. And same thing why you pay a marketing company to be able to do that once you've got to the point to be able to, remove yourself from it. So
Totally. And
cool.
it doesn't mean you take your finger off the pulse. I mean, as a business owner, there's really 2 master skills: innovation and marketing. right? But it's being able to levy other people to get the task done and then bring the reports back to you to say, here's what we're doing. And then you can say, let's increase it. Let's try this. Let's try that. And bring those ideas forth. So, yeah.
Cool. I forgot to write down notes as we were chatting on this one.
You'll have to go back and watch it.
No, I think I got enough, there. So I usually try not to blow up too many posts, but try to make it relevant to what we talked to. So
there were some good snippets in here. There was some good knowledge, good nuggets.
Good nuggets. So I can't wait to be able to chop this up and put it out in other platforms. But future goals, that's why we record everything.
Always.
It's like Gary Vee 10 years ago. Do you think that him recording stuff 10 years ago would come to light now? No, but you record it, so now he has that material. So exactly. So
sweet, man.
All right, my friend. Well, I already copied that. I was like, I can copy the other one over the chat. But cheers to another Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot I got to sign off. See, this is why this video is probably one of the worst ones that we've done. But hey, we stuck it out and did it anyway. So the big circle, that's going to be right down there on the YouTube. Evan's frozen, so I'm signing it off regardless of him freezing. It's actually kind of a good freeze that he's in. But anyways, the big circle says OPM. If you're on YouTube, make sure you click that. Click the subscribe button and follow along with us. Any other platform that you are on, obviously like, follow, share. Smash that share button lots. Share that out. So cheers, guys.